Lori here. I'm here today to do my August book haul. So August is my birthday month. So I'm going to split this book haul into three different categories. Books that I got as gifts, my Owl Crate unboxing for the month of July, I think, because their boxes have been super delayed and there's been a lot of drama with that company. But I do want to do the unboxing. I actually haven't even opened it yet because I've been so distracted by other things, and books that I bought myself. So the first books will be the ones that I got for Christmas, for birthday presents. The first one I got was the Ultimate Harry Potter Spell Book, a complete guide to every spell in the wizarding world. And this one is published by MuggleCast and MuggleNet.com. And I don't think we're ever going to get a Harry Potter encyclopedia for a bunch of reasons. I don't even know if I would buy it at that point. But these are kind of like companion books. They have a character one that I have, and I just want these in my collection. I do hope to actually read them at some point, but this goes with my other one is blue. So happy about this one. My friend Sarah also gifted me a couple of books from her collection because she's been doing a massive unhaul that I did previously. So I also got a copy of Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendra Blake. This, I think, is definitely going to go on my fall TBR because I've heard such great things about it. I really do like Kendra Blake's writing style. So this is one that I was given as a gift. My friend and me also switched copies of Witches Steeped in Gold. She really wanted the Owl Crate edition, and I really didn't care all that much. So it is very, very pretty, though. This is the Fairy Loot edition, and it has the back. Ooh, and it also has I'll show this to you. This is Fairy Loot, I think. This also has a really, really nice end papers. She really wanted my edition, and I was like, I don't really care. I think I'm like the only booktuber that doesn't care about covers and stuff. Like, I rarely, like, unless it's like a favorite book, I tend to donate my books just because I don't have a lot of space in my room. But I am excited to finally get around to this one and read it. I've heard sort of mixed things about this one since it came out, but I'm really excited for it. My friend also gifted me a copy of Love on Lexington Avenue by Lauren Lane. I do want to try to physically listen to the first half of this series. I think this is the second one, but I've heard really, really good things about this one, and this is more of like an adult romantic read. She also gave me a copy of a historical romance, The Duke, the Lady, and a Baby by Vanessa Riley, and created by a shrewd countess, the Widow's Crace is a secret society with a mission to ill-treat widows, regain their status, their family, and ever even true love again, or perhaps for the very, very first time. And I think there's a duke, a lady, and a baby involved. And I love Regency romances about little kids, so I'm sure this one will be fun. My cousin, I went shopping with her on my actual birthday, and she picked me up a copy of Rebel Spy by Veronica Rossi. This is her first foray into like historical fiction, and it sounded really, really cool. It takes place in 1776. And this involves the George Washington Cooper spy ring. So, and it's about a woman spy, alias 3555. And for any who believes in the fight for liberty, but at what cost? I've heard really good things about this book. It doesn't seem like it's super long, and after I read it, I'll probably pass it on to one of the English teachers in my school. My friend Tiffany, who I went on a book shopping trip with, I'll talk about her in my other haul, gave me People We Meet on Vacation in addition to Love on Lexington Avenue. But this is one I've heard really good things about. I've never got around to reading Beach Read, but maybe I'll do like a reading vlog in the dead of winter and read some summer romances because I just didn't get around to it. My friend Sarah also gifted me a copy of The Star-Crossed Sisters of Tuscany. This was like a former book of the month book, and I know this is more about sisterhood, but I love Italy. It's one of my dream places to travel to. I have not got there yet, but I think this book might do the trick. One of my coworkers also gifted me a copy of Perfect on Paper by Sofia Gonzalez, and this has to do with, I think it has bisexual rep in it. It has to do with blackmailing, and it has to do with like a private school, I think. So I'm really excited for this one, and it sounds really, really fun, and I'll probably read this in early September because it's another contemporary book. My friend Jen got me a copy of The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffins. I just have to show this to you because it's so pretty. This book jacket is so pretty. It just is so pretty. But this is like a magic-themed novel about climate change, or climate, I think. But Clara is the main character, but normally witches only can control one season. She can control them all. And I think that that's, in summer, choose between her power and her happiness, her duty and her power before she loses everything. This seems like a great one to read in the fall, so I'm really excited for this one as well. And this cover is so pretty. And then I also, Front Desk by Kelly Yang. This is about a girl that lives in a motel. And she has a lot of secrets, apparently. She lives in a motel, not a big house. Her parents hide immigrants, and she wants to be a writer. I think this is like a 3-book series. Again, I tend to read middle grade when I'm super stressed out, so hopefully I will find some time for this one. And then I always give these back to my kids when I'm actually able. And the last gift I got was the Prison Healer by Leanne Noni. And I actually had an e-arc of this, but my friend Jen didn't really like this cover, so she gifted this to me as well. Again, it has really, really nice end papers. Let's see. Very Lucinda has a nice back. Ooh, that is so pretty. That's the Fairy Loot edition as well. She got Fairy Loot and I get Owl Crazy. So sometimes we swap books if she likes my books and I like hers. But yeah, let's get into the books that I actually bought for myself this month. Chat about, my friend also did send me a copy of a book that she wrote. It's called Tell Me a Story by Lindsay Wood. This is a really short historical fiction type story. But she's kind of looking at objects that connect back to the Gilded Age, but also connects to revolutionary time periods. It's sort of like a historical fiction read. It's really, really short, but it does focus on objects. So I'm probably going to try to read this during the school year as a shorter read because it's really, really short, and I'll probably just put it in the front of my book sleeve. I'm probably going to do a reading routine video for you guys in the fall when I head back, and I'll kind of show you guys how I read a lot during the school year. People always ask me that question, so I'll probably do another reading routine video for you guys, and you guys can see that, and I'll probably film it a little bit differently than I normally do. But so yeah, this one will definitely be read in the fall, I hope. But let's get to the books that I bought for myself. Come through a couple of different shopping trips. One trip I did with my friend Tiffany, who I haven't seen in like 2 years. So I sort of just let her go wild because it was my birthday week, and I said, okay, every single store we go into, you get to pick out one book that you think I would like. And she definitely took me up on that occasion. So I have quite a few books here. Let's get into it. I will say I did treat myself because it was my birthday. But yeah. So I ended up picking up 14 Ways to Die by Vincent Ralph. This was the $5 book at Barnes & Noble for a couple of weeks. You have to murder at least 3 people to call yourself a serial. Magpie Man is looking for his 4th victim. When Jess was 7, her mother was killed by the Magpie Man. She was, but not his last. And now there's a reality TV show that is meant to sort of follow this thing, and Jess gets picked as like a contestant. Becomes public property, and her life is an open book. When an anonymous typist start, Jess begins to realize that Magpie Man is watching her every move. So this will sound like a great read, and it does have short chapters, and I love books with short chapters, especially when I'm commuting. So this one will be great for the fall for sure. These are 2 that she also, this was one I've been trying to get a little bit more into historical fiction books, like especially nonfiction. So this is the book that apparently inspired Downton Abbey, inspired for the popular inspiration to Downton Abbey, but it's To Marry an English Lord, Tales of Wealth, Marriage, Sex, and Snobbery. And I have really been enjoying my historical fiction books, so this will probably be my next nonfiction book that I read after I finish the other one that I'm reading. But this one is just super fun. I think I'll probably read this in the morning before I go to work, but she did recommend this one. I also picked up a copy of A Memory Called Empire by Adric Martin. This is one that is, I've heard everyone talk about. It's like a science fiction story. It follows a character who winds up going to a new place to kind of take up a job, but the previous person that has a job was murdered, and he has to sort of uncover what happened to that person, and no one is in being entirely honest. I heard about this on Reagan's channel, and ever since then I really wanted to get it, and I was really spoiling myself that day, to be very honest. So I'm excited to have this one in my hands and hope to pick it up soon. I think I talked about this in my last reading vlog, but I also picked up a copy of Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhurst. It was buy one, get one, and I think I did put this in my other reading vlog. But again, I've heard really good things about this. People have recommended to me that I actually need to read it and not listen to it, so that was why I picked up a physical copy of it. But yeah, I'm excited for this one as well. I read Rebecca Roanhorse's middle grade novel and really did like it, so hopefully I will like her adult reads as well. This is one I was super excited for and definitely be a fall read. It is Eva Evergreen and the Cursed Witch by Julie Abel. This is the sequel to Eva Evergreen, The Semi-Magical Witch. Again, I'm really excited for this one. This one will definitely be in my fall TBR video that I'm also going to film today, but I'm really excited for this one as well. I really did like the first one. I thought it was a nice mix between Kiki's Delivery Service and just a fun middle grade. Never Let Me Go was one that my friend Tiffany said that I had to read, and this is like a mystery thriller. And these kids, they go to an exclusive boarding school in the English countryside, but now as a young woman, their paths cross again, and they have to start uncover what happened to them at that school. So I'm really excited for this one. It's very, very short, and I got this at the Strand. She said you have to buy it, so I did. I also picked up a copy of Girl in the Headlines by Hannah Jane. This is one that Andrea goes to sleep on her 18th birthday. She has a perfect life, but she wakes up in a hotel room covered in blood. Her parents are murdered. Her brother is missing, and she is the number one suspect in that. And she has to go on the run to sort of figure out what is happening. And she gets involved with the man that runs the front desk to try to uncover what's happened to her parents, and see if she really was the killer, because she has no memory. I love books like that, so I'm really excited for this one as well, and it'll be another really, really great fall read. I also picked up a copy. This is maybe one that we both got. I don't remember if this is one she told me to get, but The Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry by C.M. Wagner. Sparks fly in this enchanting fantasy novel from the author of Unnatural Magic when a down-and-out fire witch and a young gentlewoman join forces against a deadly conspiracy. This one sounds good too. I really like it. The cover's really, really pretty, so hopefully I get around to that one as well. I also, just for my own, I picked up a copy of Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. I do have a reading blog planned where I read some of my favorite books as a kid and books I never got around to reading as a kid, and this is one that I definitely added to that place because I think that it would be super fun. So I did pick up a copy of this one. I've never heard bad things about it. I have read previous Diana Wynne Jones books, but that one I never got around to reading. I also finally picked up a copy of The Alice Network by Kate Quinn. I got this for $1 at Book Off. I have been looking for this one. And this is one that's just a World War II historical, I think it's 1947. Yeah, 1947, but it's a split timeline, and it has to do with spies. I've always wanted to read a Kate Quinn book, so hopefully I like this one as well. My friend Tiffany also recommended that I pick up a copy of The Lost Queen by Signe Pike. This is also like an Arthur and Merlin retelling, I think, and I've heard really good things about it. I've seen this at a bunch of conventions. I just never picked it up, but now I did, so hopefully I like it, and there is a sequel if I like it that I can also read. Also, my friend Tiffany, for my birthday, did get me a copy of The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, which, again, everyone knows about this book. I have yet to read it, but hopefully soon I will get around to it. I've heard really, really good things. It is a split perspective World War II novel, and I have heard incredible things about this book. So many people love it. It's their favorite book. So many people on BookTube love it. I just never get around to reading it. Also, Tiffany did recommend that I pick up Vox. Set in the United States, in which half the population has been silenced, Vox is a narrowing, unforgettable story of one woman and what will do to protect herself and her daughter. This is more like a dystopian novel where women every day can only say 100 words, which is so scary. And I just think it would be a very, very hard-hitting read, but one that I will really, really like. So hopefully I'll get around to it soon. Another one that I picked up for the fall season is River Has Teeth by Erica Waters. This is also the author that wrote Ghostwood's Song. Natasha's sister is missing. She'll do everything to find answers, but Delia has her own secrets too. Natasha is angry. Delia has little to lose. And I think these two people have to work together to sort of find her sister, but there is a magical twist at the heart of the story, and it looks really, really good. So that will definitely be a fall read as well. Dark Tide by Alyssa Gisia. I'm just going to read you guys the back because it sounded perfect for the fall. The wicked deep meets a curse so dark and lonely in a gripping, dark fairy tale fantasy about two girls who must choose whether to save themselves, each other, or their sinking island city. That sounds great. I did have an e-arc of this a while ago, but I saw this A friend of mine had an extra arc when we met up. She gave it to me for my birthday. This was another birthday present. But yeah, I'm really excited to get around to this and hopefully I will get to read it this fall because it sounds really, really good. This is another one that my friend Tiffany thought I would like. It's called The Garden of Beasts by Eric Larson. This is a little bit more of a mystery thriller, but it is nonfiction, and he writes really, really good ones, and she's been trying to convince me to read Eric Larson for quite a bit of time. This might be the book that does it, but I'm excited to get around to this, and probably after I read the English Lord book, this one might get read next in the morning before I go to work. I also picked up a copy of Seasons of Sinister Dreams by Chelsea Bagnet. This was the author that wrote the Grace and Fury series, a courtly feminist fantasy full of intrigue, romance, and shocking twists. And this has to do with like political alliances and magic. And I really did like her first book, so hopefully I like this one as well. And I also picked myself up a copy of Ace of Shades. This is a mystery thriller. It's sort of like Get Out, but set at like a private prep school, which I love private prep schools. So yeah, these are all the physical books that I bought myself. The next thing you're going to see is my Owl Crate unboxing. If you don't want to see an Owl Crate unboxing, I will talk to you guys soon for my next video. Let me know in the comments what are some books that you got in the month of August that you're really excited for. And the next clip you'll see will be me doing my Owl Crate unboxing for the month of July. But if you guys leave me now, I'll talk to you guys soon. If not, stay tuned for the next clip. I know it sounded super echoey, and I don't know why, because I haven't moved and I haven't changed anything. But so the Owl Crate unboxing is Potions and Poisons. Their July 2020 box. I do actually know the book, but they did give us a little hand thing for hand sanitizer that you could attach to your backpack, which I definitely will, because I am heading back to work in a couple of months, and I do take mass transit. And I'll look it up who this came from, but it's very, very pretty, and I'll probably put this on my backpack as well. And then we got something from the Owl Crate Apothecary. I don't know what this is, but ooh, I think it's a jar. Ooh. Owl Crate Apothecary cures reader's block. Bibliophile brew. Take one experience, literary indecipherment. This is so pretty. I'll let Owl Crate's Apothecary decide your fictional fate. That is so cool. Oh, I like this. This is like a TBR jar, I think, probably. Let me see if it says. Yeah, it says your ceramic Owl Crate TBR jar will look great on any bookshelf. It was designed by Lichen Vintage. Use them on secure literary indecisiveness by picking out titles as needed. This I think I'll definitely use. It's so pretty too. I'll put this right on my bookshelf, and I actually do have quite a few jars, but I was actually looking for another one for like my fall TBR project. This is actually great. I'll do this for all my seasonal TBRs. Oh, I'm so excited for this. And the packaging is of course so pretty, but yeah, this is a TBR jar, which I think is so cool. They just come up with such creative items. They just do. I also have a pin, which is this one, which I actually have to find my pins for that. They also gave us a fictional bath coal Vials of Dream High Kilt Bubble Elixir, which I will find someone that actually has a bubble bath. I don't, but I'm sure I can find someone that will like that. The next thing I see, ooh, enamel bookmarks. Ooh, these are so pretty. It's inspired by Alice in Wonderland. It's Drink Me and Eat Me. I don't really use enamel bookmarks just because I don't really know how to use it, but I will try to figure it out because that is actually so cute. Frozen. A popsicle holder. Build your own unique popsicle flavors and store them in this handy holder. So place in your freezer and enjoy once frozen. That is really creative. It's like a frozen. You can make your own popsicles. They come out with such creative things, and I just like them. I just do. That's really, really cool. And the next thing that we see, ooh, this might be a pillowcase, or let's see, what is this? Ooh, this is like a tea towel, and it has a bunch of different types of plants on it as well, and it's the Poison Garden. That is so cool. I'll try to put a picture on my Instagram as well, but that is very, very nice. I don't really have any use for tea towels, but I'm sure I will figure something out. And then Poison Heart is the book. This cover is so pretty. This version of this cover is stunning. I'm so happy that I actually got this copy because I will probably wind up keeping this. I'm putting it on my bookshelf even though I already did read it, but it is by Caitlin Barron. I really did like this book. I read it over the summer, earlier in the summer. And then the next book is Dark Academia, which I think we're going to get a little bit later. And this is also a Defy the Night postcard. And then this owl crate thing. I talk with Caitlin Barron. The covers are drastically different for this one. Illustration, Babel, and then just, yeah, very, very pretty. I always like owl crate boxes. I'll be very, very honest. They always impress me. So I'm very, very happy that I got this box. And you will be seeing owl crate more on my channel in the future. But if you guys don't want to follow that content, I do understand. I will just always preface when I'm going to do an unboxing. But I'll talk to you guys soon for my next video. Again, let me know in the comments what are some of the most exciting books that you picked up recently. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, friends.